strange to say this is my BMW M3, but strangely, in the most bizarre set of circumstances, that's exactly what this is now. It's a 2004 E46 M3, which somehow I acquired in the most crazy set of circumstances. But it's not that crazy, to be honest, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. What is... So anyway, there's about 10 of my friends. Normally what happens is every few months we all get together and we go on a train, and we get off at every station and we go for a pint or an alcoholic drink at every station. And what happens is, the further down the line you go, the more drunk you get. The later in the day gets, everyone gets absolutely plastered and absolutely mortal drunk. And we've done that for a good few years now, so it's a good way to catch up with everyone after a couple of months of not seeing each other. So anyway, this happened about 2 weeks ago, and we got back into one of the stations. Everybody else had gone home now because everybody else was so mortal drunk. And there was me and this other guy who were we were just finishing our drinks, then we were going to go home ourselves, but we were both pretty drunk. And I said to him, by the way, I know you've got that M3 stored in your garage, why don't I come along and we can do a review on the car, and I can do a review like I do on a lot of the other vehicles that I've done reviews on. And he said, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So a couple of weeks passed, and which led us to 2 or 3 days ago, and I went round under the impression I was going to take the car away for a couple of days and then do my reviews on it and things like that. So he said, let's get out of the garage. So we went into the garage. The car was completely covered in dust, tyres were flat. And I said to him, when was the last time you drove this car? And he said, about a year or so ago. So he says, to be honest with you, I just don't even use it. I don't have the time to use it. It's taking up space in the garage. And I said, well, why don't you sell it? So he said, well, I've never even thought about it. So we got talking, and obviously I've been interested in these M3s for years, but I've never actually had one. I never bought one. So I thought to myself, I was thinking, should I say, I'll buy it off you, and I wasn't really sure how he would react, because he's had this car for a lot of years now. Not since it was new, but he's certainly had it for a long time. And I understand that it's his baby and he just wants to sort of keep it in his garage. But I said to him, would you sell it? And he said, well, not really sure about that. Anyway, conversation went back and forward for about 10-15 minutes. And within that time, it's not that I'd managed to convince him, it was the fact that he'd came around to the idea of selling the car, and it would be ideal to get the space that he needs in the garage. So we agreed on a price, and the next day wired the money. The car is mine. Unbelievable. I'm absolutely ecstatic. There are a few things which are wrong with the car, which I know can be put right, not necessarily cheaply either, but the main thing here is that the mechanics of the car are absolutely spot on. It's been routinely serviced, it's been well looked after with regards to servicing, and anything with regards to the running of the car, it's always been in tip-top condition. So I know it's been in good hands. It's got the full service history there, and of course it's the manual car, it's not the SMG. The manual car is the one to go for. This is the one that is going to appreciate in value. There are tons of SMGs on the road. If you're looking for an M3, you need to get the manual. Anyway, that's enough of that. So basically, yeah, M3's mine, happy as punch, happy as a kid on Christmas Eve, and I'm going to be making a few videos very shortly of things that are wrong with the car. There are a few problems, a few little niggly issues, but that's okay because I can put them right. I've got the time to do that. So for now, I'm just absolutely ecstatic, and I can't believe that I own a BMW M3. been a long time, ever since they were released in 2001. I've absolutely adored these cars. I've loved them to pieces, and I've always thought one day, can't wait to get one. So the day is now. I have an M3. It'll sit nicely with my Porsche 911 on the driveway, and you'll see more videos from me and this M3 in the next couple of days. See you next time.
I'm flying high on something beautiful and aimless. It's got a name, but I prefer to call it nameless.